Tombstone, Arizona, is one of the most iconic towns of the American Wild West. Founded in 1877 by prospector Ed Schieffelin, the town quickly grew into a bustling hub due to the discovery of rich silver mines in the area. Tombstone's rapid growth attracted a mix of miners, lawmen, outlaws, gamblers, and entrepreneurs, making it a microcosm of the lawlessness and opportunity that defined the American frontier. Ed Schieffelin, the town's founder, named it Tombstone because he was told that the only thing he'd find in the harsh Arizona desert was his tombstone. However, in 1877, Schieffelin struck silver, leading to a mining boom that brought wealth and people to the region. By the early 1880s, Tombstone had grown into a thriving town with a population of about 7,000, boasting over 100 saloons, numerous gambling halls, and its own opera house. Yet, with wealth came conflict, as the town became a battleground for control over its riches and law enforcement. The gunfight at the OK Corral is one of the most famous events in Tombstone's history, symbolizing the lawlessness of the Wild West. On October 26, 1881, a 30-second shootout occurred in a vacant lot near the OK Corral, involving the Earp brothers, Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan and Doc Holliday on one side, and the Clanton-McLaury gang on the other. The gunfight was the climax of a long-simmering feud between the Earps and the Cowboys, a group of outlaws who were known for rustling cattle and causing trouble in the region. Wyatt Earp is perhaps the most well-known figure associated with Tombstone. Born in 1848, Earp worked as a lawman in various towns before arriving in Tombstone in 1879. He was known for his stoic demeanor and dedication to law enforcement. Although not officially the town marshal, Wyatt played a significant role in law enforcement, particularly during the tensions leading up to the OK Corral shootout. After the gunfight, Wyatt became an iconic figure of the Wild West, though his reputation was both celebrated and controversial. Virgil Earp, Wyatt's older brother, was the official town marshal of Tombstone. Born in 1843, Virgil had served in the Union Army during the Civil War before becoming a lawman. As the marshal, Virgil was responsible for maintaining order in the often violent town. He played a key role in the events leading up to the OK Corral shootout, taking a stand against the Cowboy faction, which led to the infamous gunfight. Virgil was wounded during the gunfight but survived, continuing his law enforcement career after leaving Tombstone. Morgan Earp, the youngest of the Earp brothers involved in the Tombstone events, was born in 1851. He worked alongside his brothers in law enforcement and was part of the Earp Holliday group during the OK Corral gunfight. Unlike his brothers, Morgan did not have a long career in law enforcement and was more interested in gambling. Tragically, Morgan was shot and killed in 1882, several months after the gunfight, in an assassination that was likely retaliation for his involvement in the OK Corral. John Henry Doc Holliday, born in 1851, was a dentist turned gambler and gunfighter who became one of Wyatt Earp's closest friends. Holliday was known for his sharp wit, deadly skill with a gun, and his struggle with tuberculosis, which he knew would eventually kill him. Despite his frail health, Holliday was a formidable figure in the Wild West. He played a crucial role in the gunfight at the OK Corral, siding with the Earps against the Cowboys. Holliday's involvement in the gunfight further cemented his reputation as a legendary figure of the Wild West. The The Clanton and McLaury families were central figures in the Cowboy faction, which often found itself at odds with the Earps and other lawmen in Tombstone. Ike Clanton, in particular, was known for his loudmouth and confrontational attitude, which often brought him into conflict with the Earps. The Cowboys were suspected of various crimes, including cattle rustling and stagecoach robbery, which contributed to the tension leading up to the OK Corral gunfight. Tom and Frank McLaury, along with Billy Clanton, were killed in the gunfight, marking the end of their involvement in Tombstone's lawlessness. The events leading up to the gunfight were marked by escalating tensions between the Earps and the Cowboys. On the morning of October 26, 1881, Ike Clanton and Tom McLaury were involved in a heated argument with Doc Holliday and the Earps. Later that day, Virgil Earp, as town marshal, decided to disarm the Cowboys who were gathered near the OK Corral. What followed was a brief but intense shootout that left 3 Cowboys, Tom McLaury, Frank McLaury, and Billy Clanton, dead. The Earps and Doc Holliday emerged relatively unscathed, though Virgil and Morgan Earp were injured. The gunfight, while brief, became a defining moment in Wild West history, symbolizing the violent struggle between lawmen and outlaws in frontier towns. The aftermath of the gunfight saw the Earps facing legal challenges and continued violence as members of the Cowboy faction sought revenge. After the gunfight at the OK Corral, Tombstone's fortunes began to decline. The silver mines that had brought wealth to the town started flooding, leading to a decrease in mining activity. Additionally, the increasing violence and lawlessness made the town less attractive to settlers and businesses. By the late 1880s, Tombstone's population had significantly decreased, and the town began to fade into obscurity. Despite its decline, Tombstone's legacy lived on. The town became synonymous with the Wild West and its most famous figures, particularly the Earps and Doc Holliday. Today, Tombstone is preserved as a historic site, attracting tourists from around the world who come to experience the storied past of this once booming frontier town. The gunfight at the OK Corral remains a pivotal moment in American history, embodying the conflicts and challenges of life on the frontier. Tombstone's history is a vivid reminder of the lawlessness and opportunity that characterized the American Wild West. From its founding as a silver boomtown to its decline and subsequent preservation, Tombstone offers a window into a turbulent time in American history. The characters who walked its streets, Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and the Cowboys, have become legendary, their stories forever intertwined with the tale of Tombstone. The town's legacy endures, capturing the imagination of those who seek to understand the real and often brutal history of the Wild West.